All right, the rundown, January 3rd. You got myself, Pat, Robbie Fox, and you got Jimmy Kimmel versus Aaron Rodgers. Yesterday on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers joked about Jimmy Kimmel being on the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs. The quote from Rodgers, there's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, who are really hoping that doesn't come out. I'll tell you what, if that list comes out, I definitely would be popping some sort of bottle. Jimmy Kimmel, not that happy that Aaron Rodgers decided to drop his name, responded with a tweet threatening to sue Aaron Rodgers, putting his family in danger. Probably a legitimate response.
What does that mean?
Those logs.
Well, your family in danger. Like, how is your family in danger from that tweet? That's what
Because people are like, Jimmy Kimmel's a pedophile, and they post his address online or something.
You don't think if Jimmy Kimmel's on those logs or anybody on those logs, their family's not getting shit?
Jimmy Kimmel has talked about Aaron Rodgers and shit on Aaron Rodgers on his show for years. And Aaron Rodgers went on Pat McAfee's show, made one thing that was clearly a joke, and now he's I'm going to sue you. Blah, blah. It's like, relax, cry. Like Tyler O'Day always quote tweets people and says, cry, Jimmy Kimmel, cry.
O'Day.
He deserves it. I'm on the other side of this.
You know, I recently got put on a phone call with Tyler O'Day, and it was without consent.
Interesting.
An employee of Barstool Sports used one of those prank call services where you put two numbers in, and it makes it look like you're calling each other. So I got a call from Tyler O'Day. It said maybe Tyler O'Day because I didn't have his number. I picked it up, and I was like, hello? And he's on the other end. He's like, hello? I'm like, you called me? And he's like, no, you called me. Who's this? I'm like, this is Robbie. He's like, Robbie I used to work with? I was like, that's right. I found out later, Caleb Presley. He was the culprit.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't know either. Yeah, I'm afraid that I put it out there.
It was just for his entertainment. It wasn't
literally just for his entertainment. It was not recorded. He did it to multiple people in the company.
Yeah,
I love that.
He did not record it for a video or anything, but I agree with Ken Jack's tweet.
First of all, jokes on everybody at Barstool and who consumes Barstool content, because now that will be the next smoke show for a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? I want to do that. Should we do one right now?
Oh, I have no idea what it's called. I didn't really look into it much, but...
That's phenomenal that you just did that for the love of the game, especially to you and Tyler O'Day.
I know. He did it to a couple people, apparently. When it comes to the Kimmel, Aaron Rodgers thing, Ken Jack tweeted, this is just a lame feud. Everything about this feud, I think, is lame.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh, both of them are just lame.
It is. And you can sue anybody in this great country for pretty much anything.
And there's a weird, like, people are rooting for certain names to be on this
It's
log.
such a weird thing.
That's bizarre, too. Like, I fucking hope a lib is on it. Like,
yeah, why would you, like...
But I also kind of get Jimmy Kimmel. You know, he's got a family. People, if someone as prominent as Aaron Rodgers on ESPN, which is affiliated with ABC,
which is affiliated with Disney.
Is saying essentially you're a pedophile.
But it was
I think you have the right to respond. And yes, I do think Aaron Rodgers was joking. That's my opinion. I don't know for sure.
He was definitely joking. This is like the biggest bitch response ever by Jimmy Kimmel. Like, it's obviously a joke. Like, what are you doing? You're a comedian?
It's hard to joke about being a pedophile. It's calling someone else a pedophile if you're not British. If you're British, you could say you're a pedo, and it's okay. Anyone else, you say pedophile, and it's like, ooh, you put the file in there.
I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel just annoys me.
Look, Pat, I mean, there are people here that have been sued over fantasy football winnings and skin ailments from former employees.
True.
Like, if somebody puts another prominent figure out for Jeffrey Epstein's fucking pedophilia flight island, I think it deserves at least the response.
You made it sound like it's an amusement park. Jeffrey Epstein's pedophilia flight island.
Sounds awesome. Definitely got that. Wait, when is it?
Maybe that would have been a good rebrand. I don't know.
Is the list even gonna come out? Like, I feel like it's not even gonna come out. Wasn't it supposed to be out yesterday?
I was just told before the rundown it's supposed to come out today. We're supposed to get
Dante's
some names, but I feel like we've told that every day.
I also saw that it's being delayed because Jane Doe 107 is from a, quote, culturally conservative country and her life is in danger, so the judge is given a 30-day extension.
30 more days we have to wait?
Maybe just her name is blocked off.
Oh, yeah, just block. Wait, also, so her name as a victim.
Are these the logs who went to the island?
I assumed it was her name as a culprit.
Oh, as like someone who was in cahoots with him. And
from what I understand, the names that are coming out aren't accused of any criminal wrongdoing. They are just affiliated with...
It's flight logs, right? It's like
island.
people who visited the island. Like Clinton is on there 5 times allegedly.
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 Yeah.
It's all alleged.
And there's
Allegedly.
like that's the whole thing. It's just flight logs, right? And haven't like some of them been leaked? So it's like if there's smoke, there's fire kind of deal.
Well,
like,
some
if you're
are out
flying
there
to
that
fucking Little
aren't
St.
on
James.
that aren't on the island, but they were using his jet to go like to Florida to New York or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the thing where I'm like, is it going to drop and it's going to be like nobody's going to be able to decipher who is actually at the island?
I want
That's
to be able
where-
to understand it.
That's where, and I'm not going to name drop, but we had somebody over there earlier. He's just like, yeah, Trump would just like borrowed his jet to fly from Florida to New York one time. That's why he's on there. It's like,
That was
what?
Jack Mack. Jack Mack is who we're talking.
Not to mention names.
Hey,
I don't know. I think if out of anyone who I don't think it's going to come out, and I think if it does come out, it's going to be redacted enough to the point
and-
where it won't really do it. Like, who could be on there that it would really? And you don't want to sit here and speculate, but just like, who could be on there that it would really fuck things up and really make waves?
I
Obama,
think Obama, The Rock,
Jimmy Carter,
Jimmy Carter would be sad.
But I feel like those are
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks kind of lost his luster. I'm not going to lie.
What do you mean?
Maybe
lost
not
his
to the
luster?
maybe not to the point of pedophilia.
What do you mean lost his luster?
allegations.
You think people don't like Tom Hanks?
I think Tom Hanks' likability took a huge nosedive after that Elvis movie.
He wasn't good in the Elvis movie. It's hard to defend.
He was so bad in the Elvis movie. If he didn't have his Oscar-winning '90s career, that should have ended his acting.
But you know what? I just watched The Da Vinci Code for the first time in my life over the
never
weekend.
seen that.
He ate that shit up.
Well, have
For
you read-
real.
Did you read the book?
No, I didn't.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, get
Better?
a little Dan Brown before you get a little Ron Howard.
No, I'm not as much a reader as I am a watcher.
Why read when you can watch?
That's what I say.
Exactly. Why grow when you can show?
That's a fact.
Speaking of growing and showing,
Well,
16-year-old.
yeah. Last point about the Epstein thing. I want to see if you guys agree with this. If this was dropped like right in the thick of it, like while he was still alive, obviously, or even like right after his death, I think people would care more and be brought to justice and to shame that it's been diluted over time.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah,
It's weird, like how the timeline.
it's like
has-
Pacquiao Mayweather.
Yeah. The timeline just doesn't make sense. I don't think it's ever going to come out. Chris. I honestly don't think it's ever going to come out, and I think if it does, it's going to be big. Want. It's like, oh, some fucking senator from Wyoming was on the plane. Oh no, terrible.
I think there'll be
I don't think
some
there's
big
gonna.
names.
I don't think there's going to be A-listers. I definitely don't
Oh,
think
I
there's.
think there might be A-listers.
There's a former president
many
that's already
pictures with
Bill
confirmed.
Clinton is not an A-lister.
Oh, what?
Bill Clinton is a
What are we
politician.
talking about?
If you're a president of the United States,
That's
you're
not an A-lister.
You're
Trump's
above
not an
it.
A-lister,
Trump is an A-lister.
but Clinton's not.
Clinton is not.
No, you're in another echelon above A-list.
I don't think Biden is an A-lister.
He's
the
in
president. He's one of the
another.
most famous people in the world.
I think like celebrity A-lister is different than politician. I think the biggest politician is very different being on the list. I almost think people expect a politician, so they like dismiss it. But if it's like there's a movie star on there, that's a bigger deal than if there's a fucking congressman from
Like
Nebraska.
Brad Pitt, Joe Biden. Who's a bigger deal?
Brad Pitt.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I don't-
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, Obama in his prime during his presidency, or Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
I disagree.
Because
I think Obama was the biggest celebrity on earth when he was
Obama,
president.
we're
Dude,
talking Hope Obama.
No, because Obama could say, I use this for political. They gave me a plane. I need to go campaign here. Okay, fine. What excuse does Brad Pitt have to need a fucking plane from this guy?
He was like going to adopt someone.
It hasn't been confirmed that like Kevin Spacey and Rush Hour Chris Tucker
Yeah.
were on a plane in Africa with Bill Clinton with Jeffrey Epstein.
Kevin Spacey, known creep.
Well, yeah, I mean it's not Chris Tucker. I like Chris
Criminally
Tucker,
illegal
not yet.
guy. I don't know. I just think that I think if this is full of just politicians, at the end of the day, unless it's a sitting president or someone, no one's going to give a fuck. But I think if it's full of people who
Pat, UFOs were just announced real like 2 years ago.
Nobody cares.
Saying fuck. Nobody
don't
get
give a fuck
as long as the rent is still too damn high.
Yeah.
Nobody is gonna care, which is very unfortunate.
I hope it's someone really big on the list. And that's not just for their downfall, just because I think like, oh, you need justice, whatever. I think it would make it way more interesting than if it was just politicians. Which, is that fucked up to say? Make it way more interesting?
Like, yeah, that's kind of like
I don't think it's an interesting
Yeah.
thing, but I'm saying like just in terms
I
of a
see what
news
you're
story,
saying.
it will get more coverage if it's a celebrity.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our second story featuring more underage kids. 16-year-old dart sensation Luke the Nuke Litter is heading to the World Championship Finals. Luke the Nuke, what a name. Littler?
Littler.
Littler.
The youngest player in professional darts, has been taking the darts world by storm. He's going on. He has a girlfriend who's 21 years old who he met on
Nice.
Xbox playing FIFA 6 weeks ago.
That's a true love story.
That is. And Hubs wrote
That
a blog
is the
about it.
16-year-old?
Yeah.
He
That's
looks.
a 45-year-old man.
Yeah, he's 16 going on 45. And
Good for him.
I think his quote was, I wake up, I play Xbox, I go to the bar, I shoot some darts, I come home, go to bed.
Dudes rock.
It's a good life. It's a good life, especially across the pond where darts is the most electric sport you could possibly watch.
Oh, yeah. Watch, play, everything about it. When I first saw a picture of him and his girlfriend, though, and they were like, oh my God, she's 21 years old, obviously, because he's 16. I didn't know he was 16, and I was like, this must be an old man, like, dating a young woman. People aren't cool with it. But no, yeah, it's the other way around. I like this guy, though. I like darts. I like everything about dart culture. When the Barstool office does Darts Day and everything, I love that.
Why wouldn't... So... It came out that he was being taken to the pub, like, since birth, essentially.
Classic.
Like, almost every night, just
Yeah.
chucking darts. Why wouldn't more people just, like, invest in a kind of niche, semi-athletic ability in your children and just make them go pro?
This is like, it's like kick
You don't
in
think of it.
football.
I guess.
You
Is
got
there
two
money in
kids. You
this?
could start. You could start. You have kids.
I can start taking my kids to the bar and playing darts.
Or maybe the next generation might be cornhole for America. You know,
That's
like,
not a bad call.
so cornhole might be in 20 years what darts is now.
Interesting.
I just don't know if there's like, is
I
there
don't
money
hate
in it?
that.
Is there money in professional darts?
There probably
What do you mean?
wasn't when
Do
they
you
were
see
kids.
those arenas?
Does he have a TikTok? Like, does he have a TikTok?
But that's the thing.
Like,
There
how big are
probably
we?
wasn't that much money in it when he was a baby.
Right.
But then the parents, somehow they had the foresight. They were like Wayne Gretzky. They went where the puck was going to be, not where the puck was.
They were just hammered.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Very interesting. I mean, when you have darts over here in America, and who's the darts crew? Like
TJ, Greer,
Max,
Quiggs,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's like 50 people deep. 50
Chuck.
white pieces of man meat just going down, chanting darts down
put-
Broadway once a year. I mean, the
Puts
sport's
$9
back, I
grand
guess.
on his credit card and then Venmos everyone for it.
Go darts. Carolina Panthers owner David Tepper fined $300,000 for throwing a drink in the face of a Jaguars fan.
Oh my God! No, he did not! Look at these fuckers!
He is worth over $20 billion. So if anything, this just means that he's going to throw a lot more drinks on a lot more fans, because $300K to someone over $20 billion doesn't mean dick. No criminal charges have been brought up yet. And do you guys think the fan is going to be able to get money from him or the NFL?
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fan deserves the money more than the NFL deserves the money. That being said, throws it in the face of a Jaguars fan. I saw the video. He's 10, 15 feet away from this guy. He barely got the guy.
I haven't even seen the video yet. If we could. Oh no, I did see the video. He's in a box,
He's
right?
far away from the guy.
Dude, this is the best thing that's ever happened to this kid.
Look at this.
Getting
The guy's behind that glass.
was he talking shit to him in the box? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
what
think
it
he was turning around looking at her in the box like, this is your fault, asshole.
$300,000 for $20 billion.
Well, that was
That's
fine.
That's nothing.
Yeah, of course it's nothing.
I want to have a drink thrown in my face every day for $300,000. For $300,000.
Well, no, the NFL fined him
He's not getting it.
$300,000. The
Yeah.
kid
Oh, the
might not
kid's
be.
not
That's the
getting.
thing.
Oh, I fucked it up.
That's why we're saying, is the NFL going to pay the...
You've had a lot worse thing thrown in your face
got that
for a
right.
lot less money than $300,000.
That's how. Well, that's how I met your father.
Oh, don't talk about Pat that way.
Yeah, no, the kid needs money. Fucking, yeah, of course the kid needs money. Kid should be saying, ow, my neck hurts. Whoops, slip, fell down. The kid needs to sue the NFL and get
Yeah.
money. Of course.
Oh, no.
How often do you walk into that? That's the luckiest thing in the world. A billionaire assaults you.
See, I agree with you, but also the NFL is such a godless organization that I'm interested. If Nate, did people sue when literal shit was coming down at them at Washington Football Stadium?
FedEx Field.
At FedEx Field? You don't think so? So I mean, that's a million times worse than getting hit in the face with a beer by a billionaire.
Yeah.
What, getting actual shit thrown on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way worse.
But they probably got nothing.
It's a good thing to have a beer thrown on you by a billionaire.
Oh, railing collapsed. They got sued over. That's an injury, though.
Railing collapsed on Jalen Hurts.
Do we know who the kid was? How old the kid was or anything?
He looked like a grown man in the video.
I don't know if he's underage. It's kind of a crime.
Dude, I would be through the fucking.
I would say I got hypothermia. Like you made me wet in the cold and froze me to death.
I said he should
Emotional
say,
distress, right?
you should say he's a recovering alcoholic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's trauma.
Made me relapse.
Emotional distress. Boom. Double it. What's 300,000 to him? To the NFL? Nothing.
Dude, give me half that. Give me 150,000. I'll do the art of the deal reverse.
They are going to offer discounted tickets and a $50 gift card to the store.
I would take that.
Yes. Whatever. I don't contribute anything here. Men's professional tennis player Nick Kyrgios has joined OnlyFans. Kyrgios, no chance that's the correct pronunciation.
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios.
Says that he learned what his fans want to see over the years. Quote, of course, there'll be tennis balls involved, tricks, tips behind the scenes, but then they'll get to see all different sides of me. Gaming, tattoos, my intimate side. It's on the table, and I'll be bringing my fans along for the ride. How many people on this panel have an OnlyFans account?
Me.
Okay.
Or Pat Dominicoff. Also, like, Nick, are you showing your dick or not? Like, let's cut to the chase here. Like, what is going on?
Agreed. Cut to the
It's
chase.
his intimate side.
Can you click on his thing? I want to see what he looks like. I don't understand, like, oh, okay.
You like that?
Well, something tells me Nick might do just okay. What's he charging? When's it dropping? Can I subscribe? Glenny Balls is at the bottom.
Yeah,
of
does
it.
Glenny have all the info there?
Is he
wrote the blog on
good
it.
tennis player?
If you're professional and starting an OnlyFans account,
I was going to say, if
but
you're
he could be
famous
that
enough
good.
for it to be a news story when you start an OnlyFans, you're
Yeah.
probably pretty good.
What's he, like a Brazilian guy?
yeah.
Australian or
I'm
something?
not gonna lie, he just looks like he's rocking something too.
Yeah, he's got a I mean, it's got to be large.
He's got a
guy
racket.
like that.
Am I right?
He's definitely got a racket. I just don't know if there's that much of a market for straight guys to have OnlyFans.
Here's the thing.
Like, do girls subscribe to OnlyFans, to guys' OnlyFans?
So we were talking about this before a little bit. What's your OnlyFans?
You know the split?
No, I think it's mostly guys. But I don't really like put anything. I like did it and people just are kind of there.
I don't think he's showing cock.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe here to interact.
that
Like never
transparency.
before, you'll see behind the scenes of his tennis tour, fan interaction, my life outside of tennis.
So,
So he's basically just using it as a subscription.
yes, and that's a thing a lot of UFC fighters I've noticed are doing as well. They're starting OnlyFans accounts to show tips, tricks, behind the scenes, genuine training footage. I just don't think OnlyFans is at a point in time right now where anyone would feel comfortable being like, yo, have you subscribed to friggin' John Jones's OnlyFans? You gotta check this video out. People are
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? His OnlyFans? Like, is he jerking off on it? And it's like, no, he's just throwing mitts at a heavy bag. It's like, well, then why is that on OnlyFans?
Well, like we
people-
said, he's not showing cock.
People do free OnlyFans and then you like have pictures within OnlyFans that you can buy. Like that's if you have a free one, then you go in and it's like, oh, here's this happening and it's blacked out, and you can click to buy it. But I can't imagine that's
Interesting.
what he would do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've heard people do anyway.
All right. Well, hopefully he can be on OnlyStans.
Yep,
sometime
that's
soon.
right.
13-year-old kid, more underage. Let's do it.
Underage kid stories today. Thanks, John.
13-year-old kid becomes the first person ever to beat Tetris.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god!
That's awesome.
Did you see that Tetris movie, by the way?
No, I didn't. I heard good things.
No, I heard good
downloaded
things
it.
too. Yeah.
I actually downloaded it for a flight and never watched it.
Illegally, huh?
No, on Apple TV you could download it.
Okay. All right. No pirate porn for Robbie Fox.
Nope.
13-year-old kid becomes the first person ever to beat Tetris. 37 years after the NES version of Tetris was released. And I'll admit, I've never played the NES version of
No.
Tetris. was questioning whether it existed.
NES is the one that it barely has color, right? It's like
No, it has color.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, NES was the original Super Mario Bros.
Oh, I'm thinking of the
this
first
is it.
Game Boy. I'm thinking of the green on the first Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy does not
Trillions
have
of
color,
attempts, they said.
but Game Boy is Tetris.
Yeah.
Tetris is Game Boy. So,
Exactly. It's a
I'm not-
mobile game.
Yeah.
Look how fast it goes at the end.
Oh, it's biblical. And Clem had the right thinking in his blog. I didn't know you could beat Tetris.
I didn't either.
I just thought it kept going until either you broke or the game broke.
But it's
One
a
or the other.
classic King of Kong. We got an end screen or a kill screen,
Exactly.
something like that.
And that's what this conversation should develop into. Like, good for the kid. In homeroom, he's going to be a legend, hopefully. But
I don't
everybody
even think he
should
will
go.
be. No, I disagree.
You disagree?
I think kids today are like, what, you didn't have a fucking victory royale in Fortnite? We don't care. Like, I think he's like, I'd beat Tetris, and they're like, why are you playing that old shit?
Is he a streamer?
Okay, but adults.
Adults think it's way cooler than kids, I think.
Okay.
I don't
didn't know
think
it was
kids
a
can
thing.
even grasp the fact that like this game's been out for 37 years and nobody beat it.
How do you beat it? You just line up all the blocks?
Although I guess, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, someone's probably beat it at some point in time, but they didn't have fucking streaming and video cameras.
Yeah, and they probably got really
Somebody's
defensive
grandpa's like,
because
I beat it, I
I beat
swear."
it. Yeah, sure you did, Pops.
Yeah.
Sure you did.
Basically just crashed the game. Like he was the first
yes.
one to get to the point that the game couldn't keep going.
And that's where you, like Robbie said, go watch The King of Kong. It's a beautifully done documentary.
The way they call people over, we got a kill screen coming over here, and people gather around the Donkey Kong to see it happen. It's the best. 38 minutes?
Yeah, which somebody's beaten that before if it was that quick at time. But then again,
Wow.
NES. How is this kid playing on NES?
It's got to be like an emulator.
Well, yes,
I bet it's
but
a fake, like, yeah.
I don't know.
Which, does that even
game.
count if you're not playing it on the real controller, if you're
Yeah.
playing it on a keyboard or something?
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm
Good
happy
for
him.
good for the kid.
What does he do now, though?
What, the kid?
Once you beat Tetris, it's like, oh,
His homework?
I beat it.
Yeah. You go to another old school game.
Needs like
you go to Donkey
Super
Kong.
Mario, Donkey Kong, one of those, yeah.
You
But,
could-
but it's like they've all been beat.
You call Billy Mitchell and slay his hot sauce. You take over Billy Mitchell, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the rundown after show. Jerry is on our what right now?
14, 15 maybe as we're
As we
recording
record?
this?
Yeah. 14,
Let's see,
15.
it's on the stream.
He was bleeding through his gloves.
Yeah.
His back is in shambles.
True Detective we're getting an ad for right now. I've been seeing great reviews for the new season. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, comes out in a couple weeks.
Interesting. True Detective's back.
Yeah.
Do you think it would ever top
No.
what we first saw? Because
That's
that
the
was...
season. Might be the best overall season of a TV show ever.
Dude, he's got 21,000 people watching him right now. When
We're on
this comes
hour
out, I think
15 right now.
he's just trying to get a hole-in-one.
Is he doing different holes as well?
He started mixing it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I wonder what happened if the game would crash right now and he was unable to play for an hour.
That was a good shot.
That was
It was a great
decent.
shot.
Imagine he did it while we were on the rundown. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Oh, and look, he's got a couple guys playing with him now, so maybe he doesn't tear his shoulder. I mean,
his
he's
hand is
actually going to
heavy.
need surgery at some point.
Here we go. Watch how his
The
back
repeated
just
motion,
destroyed.
I don't think your body's built for that. He's taken 1,755 shots.
Jesus, man.
I mean, that's a lot of shots. Also, with a hole-in-one is almost, it's not impossible in real life. Very, 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 very difficult in real life. A once-in-a-lifetime thing. I imagine it's harder on a simulator.
I think so.
Yeah, I would think so.
Do you think the
Also-
simulator makes it harder to make it like feel like you could never get it?
I would assume that the simulator, like, when you're doing the elements live, you can adjust to the current conditions.
True.
I assume the simulator, each
More of a
shot is like
crapshoot.
mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
I would think the simulator would like feel bad after a while.
That's true too. That is true.
Or is the simulator programmed like a claw machine where it's like 1 in every 2,000 fucking drives is going to have to go in?
Like the claw machine.
You know?
I don't know, but we're coming up on
Watch him
2000.
hit it right now.
Great for Jerry. I mean, this is
So he's truly
this
just
is what it
going
is.
to keep going.
Well, but that's also a thing with doing this challenge. It's got to be a fatigue thing. after
Yeah, his
a while.
shots are going to get worse and worse
Yeah.
and worse because his shoulder's he's going to tear his shoulder. I said, you know, he always says he's got a bully heart. I think his heart is too bully for its own good.
That's true.
I think he
doesn't
needs
know
to
what
take
to
a
play.
break. Yeah.
That's true.
I think you need to come back tomorrow and get it, or else you're just never going to get it. He's going to run himself into the ground.
Dude, imagine he's here for like a week.
I think he might be.
He's just half-assing the swings now.
I feel like if you like told someone you were going out on a regular golf course and you're not leaving until you hit a hole in one, they would be like, "Oh, well, that's not possible." You're never gonna-
Big Ev told me this morning he watched, or someone actually tried to do this. They took a tent and set it up on a course. It took them 6 or 7 days.
Oh my God.
So like,
It hurts to swing it. Like if after a while, golf hurts.
going to the driving range, like you get sick. Like if you haven't golfed in a while, you go to the driving range, an hour in, you're like, all right, I'm.
Well, your hands
Blisters,
are done.
yeah.
Like
Do they have the thing where the ball automatically goes up in Chicago?
They
or does
do.
You have to reset.
No, they have the automatic go up, I think.
Yeah, you just got to reset it each time.
That, speaking of back injuries, that would be a herniated disc immediately.
yeah, there's going to be some after effects.
This is it right here.
These shots are just, they're getting worse and worse because how couldn't they?
Shoots it into the ocean.
Yeah, what are the odds the club just goes through the screen very soon?
At some point it may.
It could happen. But good for Jerry. I mean, it's obviously 21,000 people. I mean, it's going to be an all-time
The stream is the talk of the town.
thing.
Go Jerry, go.
Go
I
Jerry,
hope by
go.
the time the
Yeah.
rundown comes out, he hit that hole.
Hopefully for Jerry's sake. Or the entire thing might crash, and 5 years later, he could be called useless.
Or this could be fun. Someone's going to rewatch the rundown in 3 years. They're going to be going through old rundowns. They're going to get to this one. They're going to watch this one and go, let me see if Jerry's still live. And he's going to be live.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Other rundown after show. You talked about the Rat a lot on Barstool Radio.
Rat, we still don't know who that is.
Still don't know who that is.
Someone sent an email.
Somebody saying
about
that
Kirk,
it's Pat.
Kirk.
And I don't know. Hey,
John Rich.
Kirk is a master of what he does. Just release the names, Kirk.
That's the list I'm interested more than
Yeah.
the Epstein list.
You want to be like, just you want to cause chaos here, Kirk? Release the names.
Release the names. Release
Yeah.
some fake names. Just muddy the
I don't know
waters.
about that.
I almost did a false confession.
Really, just to.
Yeah.
But do you think if
Like
you
the guy who said he
let's
killed
say you
John
did
Ray
a
Ramsey?
Kirk was on with you on radio today, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
If you did a false confession, do you think he would have played along with it, or would he have been like, nah, he didn't do it?
I bet he would have played along.
You think? You think he would have known like what you were doing right away?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if anyone even. That's tough to say. Definitely people sent it to him. I don't think 5 people did.
I think he is playing that up to make KFC
Yeah.
more paranoid, maybe. But I also could be wrong. Maybe 6 people sent it to him and he's playing it down.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he would have went along with it.
I don't know. Kirk's going to Kirk. And if there's one thing you know about Kirk, don't get in Kirk's crosshairs. Because Kirk will Kirk.
Yeah, you'll get kirked.
You will get Kirked.
I've gotten kirked.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
When was this?
2020, you know,
It's-
2020 did it to all of us.
It's a wild year.
It was a wild year. Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing to happen in 2020, to be honest with you, getting Kirked.
What
Probably
did you
was.
fight over him about?
He was just being mean. I didn't like him being mean, and then
I think I vaguely remember that.
This is the
Oh, wow.
bail funds. I think I donated some things I shouldn't have donated
That's
to.
right. People were trying to like get rid of
He
bail.
was probably right about it in context, but yeah, well, I think we're
Listen,
fine
you're
now.
a big man. You can admit you were wrong.
Yeah?
I admitted I was wrong then. I was like, I think I just needed to smoke some weed.
That's also true. All right. Don't we all? And that's the rundown.